Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit of a vlog-like thing, or whatever you want to call it. Doing a bit of a double feature this Thursday because there's a little bit of stuff that I want to talk about. First off, I want to talk a little bit about things like why I'm doing reviews, what I think reviews are for, and that'll sort of inform you how you should go into my reviews, because I have a very specific view of what a review is for and what they do, as compared to what I think a lot of people expect out of a review, and I sort of disagree with them on that. So if you don't think that I'm reviewing for the right reasons, obviously you're not going to enjoy my reviews. So just keep that in mind, that this is why I'm doing it, so that'll maybe help you understand where I'm coming from when I'm doing these. And the other thing I want to talk about a little bit is channel growth, because that's been going on lately. So starting off with reviews, I'm doing that review series, whatever game in retrospective, and that's any game that I finished a Let's Play of, I'll do a review of. And these are going to be fairly few and far between, just because I don't necessarily finish too many games in a Let's Play format, so that's going to make it pretty rare that I'll ever actually review a game, especially ones that are open-ended like Don't Starve. But for me, a review isn't really an objective thing, so I just need to say it right out now. I'm not making objective reviews, and frankly, I don't think there's any value in objective reviews, because fun is a subjective thing. Anybody that tells you that you're not having fun on an objective level is a moron. Okay, so anytime that you're playing a game and you're enjoying it and they're saying that it is objectively bad, they are an idiot. Basically, if you're having fun playing a game, then it is a game that, in your mind, should have a good rating, because that's all that's really important in most games. Now, horror games are a slight exception. They can be fun, it's fun being scared, but, you know, games have a sort of purpose. If it's supposed to be a fun game and you're having fun with it, then it's good. Hell, even if it's a horror game and you're having fun playing it, that is actually still a good thing. Anything that is pulling you and engaging you and making you want to play it is a good thing. So the thing is that you can't objectively analyze a game on those criteria, because what is engaging and fun to one person is going to vary wildly when you compare it to the next person. So anybody who's saying that, like, oh, well, you only want to talk about things that are definite and then grade it based on that, what you think about that is entirely subjective. Like, if you happen to think that frame rate is ridiculously important, then you're going to be like, oh, this game has terrible frame rate, I can't have fun playing it. But that doesn't make that entire experience objectively bad. It just means that you happen to not like a low frame rate. Me personally, that doesn't bother me, so I cannot say that it's really bad, because, you know, is it worse than having a good frame rate? Probably. Does that make it bad? No. I don't think that many games necessarily need a high frame rate. In fact, a lot of the games that I particularly play don't, so that's just one of those criteria that people want, but I don't think it adds anything to a lot of types of genres of game. Now, if it was a fighting game, yeah, you could sort of say that in that case it is objectively bad that a really low frame rate is bad in a fighting game, because it's based, the mechanics are entirely based around frame rate. But other than those sort of fringe cases, I don't believe that an objective analysis of games and reviews based on that make any particular sense. Now, with that in mind, what do I think game reviews can do? I think game reviews can inform you about a game's existence first and foremost. I don't necessarily know that games are even on the market until somebody else tells me about it, usually through the internet or through word of mouth. And one of the ways that that is delivered to me is through reviews. Basically, those sort of game media outlets will present to you sort of like, okay, here's a review for this game that just came out, and I'll be like, oh, that came out just recently, so I should check it out and see if I would like it. And the way that I go into a review isn't looking for the objective facts of the review. There are certain reviewers in the world that have the same preferences that I do, and they've got the same likes and dislikes that I do, and they will enjoy those games that I will enjoy. And there are other reviewers out there who could be very analytical minded, they could be very good at breaking down the components of the game, and they could be very good at determining all the key components of a game and what makes it tick and all that, but they might not like the elements of the game that I like. Total Biscuit's a premier example of that. I think his analysis of games is spot on usually. I think he's great at doing those sort of reviews. But I dislike most games that he plays, and I like most of the games that he dislikes. So it's not necessarily going to even be the quality of the reviewer. I do think he's one of the better reviewers out there. It's about the personal preferences of the person playing it. And if they enjoy the same things that you enjoy, you might enjoy the game that they're liking. So listen to what they have to say, and if they're liking it for the same reasons that you like most of the games that you like, then you'll enjoy that as well. So what I'm presenting to you guys is a sort of overview of the games that I play, about why I like them, and if it sort of matches what you like, and you like the same sort of games that I like, it'll give you a good basis of liking those games as well, and that's why all of my reviews as well are sort of positive. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense necessarily to me to go to a game that I dislike and review it, because it's usually a game that is not made for me. Like, if I had to review Street Fighter, which I know is a very good, high-quality fighting game that every fighting game player plays to some extent or another, I would review it very low if I had to base it off my own subjective experience. And that's just not useful. I mean, you know that I don't really play fighting games because I just told you that I don't play fighting games. So my review of it isn't really informative to anybody. But on the other hand, if I just talked about BlazBlue, BlazBlue is a fighting game that I actually really, really enjoy, despite the fact that I'm really terrible at fighting games. And it's because it contains all of the key elements that I really like in a game. It has a really good story. The characters are all interesting and fun to listen to. So that is a useful review, because when I've told you that I don't like fighting games, and if you think to yourself, I also don't like fighting games, but Yukitsu likes BlazBlue for reasons that I tend to like games, that is an informative review. That tells you something that's interesting, that tells you something that would help you make an informed purchase decision. And I think that that is sort of what reviews are for. It's not to critique games, it's not to be critical of games, it's to help people who have the same sort of mindset that you do find games that they would enjoy. And to a certain extent, you can also use it to build up people who like the same games that you do and ward them away from games that you don't like, if they happen to share the same opinion as you. I don't necessarily think that that's overly useful. I think most people can tell when a game is not for them. Most obviously it'll be because it's in the completely wrong genre. Like, again, if it's a fighting game, there is a huge chance that I will not enjoy it, so there's no point in me even looking at a review. I don't check reviews for fighting games, I just don't play them. And that's just sort of the way it is. But when an exception comes along and some people start talking about an exception to that rule, a game that has elements that I do like, that's when it's useful. So if you're wondering why all my reviews, I've said all my reviews will be positive reviews, it's not because I'm an easy reviewer. I'm actually very strict about the games that I play, in that they have to have a lot of key elements that I like to keep me interested. The fact is, a lot of the games that I choose to play and then therefore review are going to be ones that I like, and that's basically sort of how it goes. And I think that that method will work out better for the channel in the long run, and it'll help you out all more in the long run as well. So that's my little segue into what my review series is. It's an opinion series about games that I like, and if you happen to like the same games that I do, go ahead and get them. Now, next up, channel growth. In the past few weeks, I've had over 150 new subscribers in the past about 2 weeks, and more channel views than ever. I had a peak value. It sort of jumped up to 800 views in one day back in I think it was September, and there has been a couple of other peaks of about 500 views in a single day, but it usually hovers around 300 or so views. But now, in the past week, it's spiked up over 1,000 per day, and it's sort of stayed there for a couple days. And I think that this is a really great sign that people are starting to really notice the channel, which I think is great. I think that's wonderful that you're all enjoying my videos. And the increase in subscribers has also made it so that I've really felt confident that the content I'm producing is stuff that people are enjoying. So I hope that you're all going to stick around through what I've got going on and what's going on. But this does bring me to the point that I wasn't expecting to do a 1,000 subscriber video within the first half of 2014. I was expecting, maybe if I was lucky, to have a 1,000 subscriber video around maybe October, and maybe I could do like a horror video special or something like that. But it looks like I'm on track to get 1,000 subscribers way earlier than anticipated. So I don't actually know what to do for that. So I'm going to try as best I can to come up with something for that event in case it happens. And obviously, like, I know there are other channels out there that have had other milestones, and they sort of get good at it because they've had a lot of milestones that they've hit. This is the first milestone that I'm going to hit, and it's important to me. And I just wanted you guys to sort of know that I'm going to try and plan something for it, but I've never done this before, and I'm not really sure what I should be doing for it or anything like that. So hopefully I'll come up with something. I'm hoping that it's something that you'll all enjoy. And until then, you know, keep watching the videos, keep enjoying the channel if you like it, and if you don't, I'm sorry. I'll try and make it more interesting, but that's just sort of the way things have been going. It's been going really, really well. And I just hope that I can keep up that momentum, keep making you guys happy. I just thought you guys would want an update on that, since I know that you know, some channels I think do milestone videos and some channels don't do milestone videos, and I just want to maybe as well, if there's something in particular that you like for these, maybe that would also be something that I could listen to, get your opinion on it, and incorporate that into whatever it is I'm doing. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found this all a little bit informative, just a heads up about what's going to go on the channel, and what I sort of am doing out here. So anyway, I hope you found this informative and enjoyable, and as always, I hope to see you all next time.
Awaiting orders! Riders at the double!
Many troops awaiting orders! We are at your command! Engage! Advance! Charge! For glory! Forward!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Ready? All riders advance! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Loose!
My lord! Strike forward!
Double time! Ave!
For glory!
Brave Romans to a man!
Attack! For Rome! Elephants ready for battle! For glory!
Advance!
Forward!
Ready and waiting!
The men are wavering.
As you command! Our orders! Fire! Fire on the enemy! General, over the armors! Advance at speed! Riders advance! Charge!
The men are wavering.
Many troops awaiting orders! Forward! Praetorian Guard! For glory! Archers! Find your targets! Orders! Ready! My lord! Advance! Hack them! Engage! Advance! For glory! Engage!
Orders, my lord.
Forward! At speed! Order them! Orders! Riders at the double! Orders! In service to Rome! Charge! Hail! Understood!
Our general is under attack.